This week on Charger Bulletin News, a celebration of Ramadan.
Hey everybody, I'm Kayla Muchler, and I'm outside of Bartels Hall, one of the many places to eat on campus. Did you know that Sodexo, our food service provider, has hired a new campus dietitian? If you want to meet Samantha Zajac, make sure to check out Charger Bulletin News.
And a peek at Spring Week, coming up on Charger Bulletin News. Hello and welcome to Charger Bulletin News. I'm Sadie Frazier-Reed.
And I'm Stephen Ganji. Let's dive into this week's stories. The state of Connecticut has announced it has paused the administration of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. The COVID task force recently made a statement addressing concerns surrounding the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. COVID-19 coordinator Summer McGee stated, "This action was taken out of an abundance of caution as federal health authorities are currently investigating 6 reported U.S. cases of a rare blood clotting event. At this time, 6.8 million individuals have received the Johnson & Johnson one-dose vaccine. Roughly 100,000 Connecticut residents have received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine with no reported serious adverse events. We should note that the ability to identify these rare adverse events is due to the effectiveness of the vaccine adverse event reporting system that is managed by the CDC and the FDA. The task force suggests that individuals who have already received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine should monitor for severe headache, abdominal pain, leg pain, and shortness of breath for the next 3 weeks. Any unusual symptoms should be reported to the campus health services immediately. Individuals who already have appointments for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will be contacted by their provider that they scheduled with to offer alternative vaccine options or to reschedule appointments. Please note that the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines have not had similar side effects reported as those being investigated by the FDA and CDC. The university would also like to thank the nearly 1,000 students for receiving their first dose of the Pfizer vaccine this past Tuesday and the numerous more students who have already been vaccinated.
The university continues its green status for the second consecutive week. Here are the numbers. As of Wednesday, the number of positive cases has increased by 19, with new cases sitting at 36. The quarantine number has also increased by 64. The number may fluctuate due to contact tracing. 52 students are currently in isolation, including those who elect to stay in the university-sponsored isolation housing. The COVID-19 task force reminds all students, faculty, and staff to wear a mask, wash hands often, and maintain social distancing while on campus.
April 13th marked the start of Ramadan, the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. This is a time when practicing Muslims fast each day from dawn till dusk. The university is providing support for students fasting and celebrating during this holy month. The Interfaith Prayer Room is available from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. It's located on the lower level of 15 Rudin Street. Dining services will also remain open until 9 p.m. from Monday through Thursday, and until 8 p.m. Friday through Sunday. Students who need meal accommodations can reach out to the Dean of Students office at deanofstudents@newhaven.edu. The Dean of Students asked the Charger community to support each other and educate ourselves during this significant celebration.
We are almost a month away from the Spring 2021 commencement ceremony. Alex has more on what graduation is anticipated to look like.
The COVID-19 pandemic has affected a lot of people in many different ways, especially our graduates. The University of New Haven is trying to give students an opportunity for an in-person outdoor graduation here at the Harbor Yard Amphitheater in Bridgeport, which is currently being built. Despite being outdoors, it'll still be heavily regulated with COVID-19 guidelines.
The university's commencement committee has sent out various announcements to graduating seniors regarding the guidelines for the 2021 ceremony. Among these announcements include that graduates are only allowed to have 2 ticketed guests per person at the spring commencement, and all guests must provide a negative COVID-19 test or proof of vaccination. This is still a very big step following the strictly virtual commencement spring 2020 graduation for spring 2021, where we can be outdoors.
And when the school announced it, I was thrilled. 4 years of hard work and not to have a graduation would have sucked. So Being able to have my parents there, being able to walk across the stage is something I'm looking forward to.
Despite all of the COVID-19 guidelines, we still want to congratulate all of our graduates for the 2021 semester. For Charger Bulletin News, I'm Alex Severo.
Thanks, Alex. We are hoping that the graduates will be able to celebrate their accomplishments in person come May 17th. Charger Blue has partnered with the University of New Haven to host the Charger Olympics. Expect a field day full of competitive activities for students to enjoy, such as cornhole, spike ball, ring toss, and more. All of the proceeds will be donated to the Special Olympics of Connecticut, an organization that provides sports programs and competitions for over 12,000 athletes with intellectual disabilities. They strive for inclusion in the sports world and for people with disabilities. The event will take place on Monday, April 19th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Kathy Zolad Field. In the event of inclement weather, the alternative date is Saturday, May 1st from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Sign up for the event on Instagram at Charger Bulletin at ChargerBlue_. The admissions fee is $5. Get active on the last recharge day of the semester.
Student safety is always a top priority, but it appears more measures could be taken, specifically for students having to walk off campus. Kelly Adkins has more.
Something that all universities have, but some don't have enough of: the blue light system. Our university students have been expressing concerns that we should have more of these for off-campus walks.
There are various blue light poles placed across the university. Whenever you're standing at one, you can see another. They are there to increase campus safety. If a student is feeling unsafe or worried, they can use this system to alert university police at the touch of a button. The average response time to one of these poles is 1 minute and 12 seconds, where a university police officer will arrive. But the concern is not with the efficiency of these blue lights, rather the lack of off-campus locations. Specific areas of concern are on Forest Road towards the Allingtown Library, on Isidore Street and Simon Place towards the Forest Hills Apartments, and within the Savin Court apartment complex. I asked students that utilize these routes if they feel more blue lights in these areas are necessary, and the answer was an astounding yes.
I definitely think having more blue lights on the way to the Allington Library would be a good idea, just because it's such a far walk from campus, and honestly I don't know how many actual street lights are down there.
I feel like that we do need a blue light system at Savin Court, mostly because the security guards don't come until 7 p.m. and then they stay until 2 a.m. So that leaves a very big gap for people to just come in and out, whether you're an actual resident student or you're just a random person who lives in West Haven.
There definitely does need to be a blue light on the walk to Forest, between Forest and West Side, because many students have night classes, and on the way home it would be very nice to have a way for students to call UPD or call an emergency service if they do need it. And
students can also contact all emergency services through the Live Safe app. Kelly Adkins, Charger Bulletin News.
We're bringing you more entertainment. Emily is back with the latest news in pop culture. What's new this week, Emily?
Thanks, Stephen. Last Thursday, Netflix and Sony Pictures Entertainment have set a new licensing deal that gives the streaming service an exclusive window for Sony's theatrical titles starting in 2022. Morbius, Uncharted, Where the Crawdads Sing, and Bullet Train will be some of the first titles to head to Netflix. Select library rights are included in the new deal, like Spider-Man, Venom, Jumanji, and Bad Boys. Netflix will also have a first-look deal for any direct-to-streaming titles Sony is contemplating making. This is a huge upside for Sony, seeing as how they don't have their own streaming service, and rival studios are moving their own content to their own services and taking away from Netflix's library. On Monday, the Metropolitan Museum of Art announced the Met Gala will return this year. The biggest night in fashion will coincide with 2 exhibits and be split up into 2 nights. The first taking place on September 13th, 2021, with the In America, a Lexicon of Fashion collection, which will open to the public on September 8th, 2021. The second will take place on May 5th, 2022, with the In America, an Anthology of Fashion collection. This past weekend, Kid Cudi made headlines after his appearance on Saturday Night Live. The musical guest donned these bold fashion choices to honor late singer Kurt Cobain and former Saturday Night Live cast member Chris Farley. For Cudi's first performance, he wore a cardigan similar to one Cobain wore during his 1994 MTV Unplugged performance. Underneath the cardigan, Cudi wore a white shirt with a headshot of Farley to honor his legacy as well. In his second performance of the night, Cuddy wore a floral print dress similar to ones worn by Cobain. In addition to the popularity of the performances, Cuddy also revealed via Twitter that the dress he wore on the show was designed by Virgil Abloh, who he's currently collaborating with for a fashion collection with Abloh's label Off-White. I'm Emily, and that's all for entertainment.
Calling all female entrepreneurs, here is your chance to showcase your business, passion, creativity, and entrepreneurial spirit. Pitch your business to a panel of expert judges at the Pompeii Entrepreneur Her event. 5 women will be selected from a pool of applicants to compete and pitch their business on May 5th. Win cash prizes and mentorships from university faculty and experts in the field. Entrepreneur Her is open to all women entrepreneurs with businesses in Connecticut. Applicants must be a startup business led by a female CEO or be a female-founded or co-founded business with at least 50% of the founders who are female or self-identify as female. Applications close on April 16th. Search Pompeii Entrepreneur Her on the university's website to apply. This week, registration is in full swing, and to save you a trip to the One Stop, here are some tips for freshmen and sophomore.
This week, registration is in full swing, and to save you a trip to the One Stop, here are some tips for freshmen and sophomores.
First, you should go into self-service banner, do a course search, and make sure to write down the CRN numbers for all the courses that you would like to take next semester. Another thing to be aware of is all the kinds of error messages that you may receive while trying to register for classes.
I mean, it's hard to be familiar with all the errors, but to be familiar with the errors, so when it pops up, you know what the problem is. You know, it might say closed class, that's pretty obvious, right? Other things is that if you're taking a lab class, you have to register for the lab and the class at the same time, right? So there's lots of little nuances to know that, but if you understand a little bit of what the errors mean, then you'll be better off when you get that message.
Another tip would be to create a calendar schedule before your time to register.
I recommend using Corsical and coming up with 3 or 4 different options, right?
Corsical allows you to create a calendar schedule so that you can see where all of your classes fall. You should also remember that you have time.
Remember that the registration process doesn't end on the day you register, right? People are adding and dropping all the semester, all summer long, right? So I would say keep looking, keep checking.
Good luck to all of our students that are registering for the fall 2021 semester. For Charger Bulletin News, I'm Deshanay Andrews.
A new and improved e-pay is coming your way. To better serve students and families, the Bursar's office announced an upgrade to the e-pay system. Due to the update, authorized payer and direct deposit information will not be transferred to the new system. Students will be notified via email once the new system is active, and once the system is live, students must sign up their authorized payers so they have access to the new system. Remember that an authorized payer must be listed in order for staff to discuss details of a student's bill with anyone other than the student. Enroll in direct deposit to receive refunds, and make sure that the mailing address is correct in Banner. For more information on the new e-pay system, visit newhaven.edu/Bursar. It's time to check in on Charger Sports. What's going on this week, Joe?
Thanks, Sadie. The lacrosse team traveled to New York yesterday and won big over St. Rose 17-5. Northeast 10 Rookie of the Week, Annie Aquavita, was huge for the Chargers, netting 5 and assisting 2 in the win. The Chargers return home Saturday to host Pace at 7 at Kathy Zoled Stadium. The Chargers swept Lemoyne across Wednesday's 4-game stretch. The ladies return home when they host St. Rose with first pitch coming at 12 on Saturday. Tennis won 7-0 against AIC. Next week, the Chargers travel to Adelphi on Monday with match starting at 2. And for the first time since March 21st, the baseball team will return to the Diamond when they travel to St. Rose on Sunday, looking to get back to 500 against the Golden Knights. Now, this past weekend was my favorite sport and the 85th edition of the Masters Tournament, held at Augusta National Golf Club. And the tournament did not fail to amaze. Hideki Matsuyama became the first Japanese male to win the tournament, posting 10 under par to win the green jacket. Huge congratulations to Matsuyama on winning and making Japan proud. That's all for sports this week. Make sure to support all our Chargers athletes this weekend by going out on watching the games or the streams on Charter Sports Network. That's all we have for sports this week. Back to you, Sadie.
Do you want to be a part of a new tradition on campus? If so, apply for the Secret Student Spirit Group presented by the Charger Pride Committee. Be a part of a prestigious group of students, leaders on campus. You'll have the opportunity to spread your Charger pride through a variety of events on social media campaigns. Do your part to create a strong sense of community, belonging, and engagement on campus. Applications are live and will be accepted through Charger Connection. Applications are due Thursday, April 15th.
The University of New Haven and the Alumni Association present Charger Pride Week. Show off your school spirit by attending this week-long virtual celebration. Here are some of the events for this occasion. Get ready for Spring Week 2021, hosted by Scope. Join the Charger 5K run in collaboration with Charger Rec. Celebrate the university's 101st birthday on Founders Day. Join your teammates in the Grit and Wit obstacle course. Give a shout out to your favorite faculty or staff member on Faculty and Staff Appreciation Day. Participate in the Charger Nation Trivia Challenge and take a photo in your best Charger gear on Blue and Gold Fridays. Charger Pride Week will take place from April 25th to May 2nd. Check your student email for more information.
The last recharge day is almost here, but do students enjoy their day off? Kristen Marcus has the story.
Who actually recharges on a recharge day? With no spring break due to CDC guidelines, many students feel so differently about these days.
What I've been doing on my recharge days has consisted of work, more work, and just work.
I think that the school is doing a really good job of making sure that everybody's having a good time and stuff like that. And I think the recharge days are kind of fun, especially when they have a lot of activities going on.
Recharge days are all about relaxing and having a stress-free day away from homework, tests, and projects. Here are how some students spending them.
I do enjoy the food trucks on campus, and I do like that on recharge day we get to have free food. All the food trucks are free.
No, I'm not supposed to. I spend recharge days doing homework because it's the only time I can have to catch up on it.
I can say they're effective in terms of what they're supposed to be doing, considering I never recharge. I spend most of my time catching up on assignments, catching up on my extracurriculars. So
my recharge days, I like to just stay home and kind of just, relax, watch Netflix.
I would have preferred, having a week of recharge days, or a longer weekend, and not just random days throughout the semester, because it doesn't feel like I'm getting recharged.
Hopefully students will be able to relax and recharge on this upcoming and final recharge day this Monday, April 19th. Be sure to check your email for all of the recharge day activities. For Charger Bulletin News, I'm Kristen Marcus.
Last week, Scope hosted a reveal party to announce the theme for this year's Spring Week. The themes for this year's event is Throwback Block Party. The Spring Week series will act as a replacement for a traditional spring weekend. Here are some of the events you can look forward to. Get ready to dance at the After Dark Party on Thursday, April 29th. Join the fun with Headphone Disco on Friday, April 30th. And enjoy a night of comedy with comedian Trey Kennedy on Saturday, May 1st. The Spring Week series will run at the same time as Charger Pride Week. For a full list of events, check out @New Haven Scope on Instagram.
Did you hear about the new campus dietitian? Kayla Mutchler has the story.
We all know that Sodexo is the University of New Haven's dining service, providing nutritional meals to the thousands of students across campus. And Sodexo just got the newest hire of their team, and her name is Samantha Zajac. She is a class of 2021 Masters of Health Administration student, and she was just hired as the campus's first ever dietitian. In her new role, Zajac will be working hand in hand with students, faculty, and staff.
So I am the campus dietitian. I am employed through dining services through Sodexo. So I'm mainly here on campus as a resource to students, faculty, and teams to help provide nutrition, health, and wellness guidance. I'm also able to talk to everyday students about nutrition concerns that they may have, whether it's a dietary concern or just, I want to eat better while I'm here at college.
Zajac hopes to educate during her time as campus dietitian, especially since students may be coming from a place where food and nutrition are not their specialties.
For a lot of students, this is a new experience being away from home, and I want to help bridge that gap of, going from being at home and cooking and having your family around to being able to be healthy and know how to navigate the dining halls as well as cooking at home or in your dorm on your own.
Students are also excited to see what Zajac has to offer.
I think hiring a new dietitian can really help bring not only more variety to the things that we're able to eat on campus, but also just better quality food in general.
To discuss health and nutrition, students can reach out to Zajac through Navigate on My Charger. I'm Kayla Muchler, Charger Bulletin News.
Attention class of 2021 graduates. Don't forget to make your class gift. The class gift benefits future students by allowing them to receive the support needed to succeed in their future. Make a gift of $5 or more to an area of campus that you are most passionate about, and receive a green and white philanthropy cord to wear at commencement. You can also make a gift to thank a professor, coach, or family member who has made a difference in your life. Philanthropy cord pickup will be Monday, April 26th during Founders Day. Check your student email to see how to make a class gift donation.
Well, that's all the time we have this week.
You can check out the latest edition of the Charger Bulletin newspaper on chargerbulletin.com.
Stay up to date by following us on social media at Charger Bulletin. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Sadie Frazier-Reed.
And I'm Stephen Ganji. We'll see you next time on the Charger Bulletin News.